Hey friend, welcome. I thought since the holidays were coming up, we could chat a little bit about how to homeschool through the holidays. And maybe you don't homeschool, but don't click off because I think some of this might apply to you as well. If you're new here, thanks for coming. I'm Jen. I'm married to Alex and I have 4 kids who are 3, 5, 11, and 14. And I like to chat about contentment and what that means in a world that's full of comparison. And you might think, what in heaven's name does that have to do with homeschooling in the holidays? And we will definitely get to that. So if you know me, you know I'm a homeschool mom, but you may not know that I am a homeschool mom. My youngest daughter is a kindergartner. I have a 6th grader and an 8th grader, and we have homeschooled since the beginning. So Abby from Rooted in Rest, it just went right out of my head. It's one of my favorite YouTube channels. Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from the Waldock Way have an open collaboration every month, and this is part of that. So be sure to check out the playlist. Lots of other content creators giving you some insight and some ways to homeschool during the holidays. So this is my contribution and we'll see how it goes. I have 4 things. 2 are very like practical maybe, and 2 are more theoretical. I'm not sure. Okay, so I am a homeschool mom. I've been homeschooling for 10 years. Like I said, my oldest is a 8th grader. And if you don't homeschool, hang out, just listen, maybe something will resonate with you as well. So my first kind of practical tip is if you are traveling a lot during the holidays, van school, car school, trip school, I don't know what you might call it, but we often travel to see family sometime around the holidays, sometimes not. And we often take that 8-hour trip and use it to get our schoolwork done. My older girls can do their independent work. We can read through history together. No science experiments happen in the van, but there are lots and lots of things that you can still get done while you're traveling. And then it's a really good way to make use of that time together. So I'm going to pop in an audiobook as well. Those are super fun. Audiobook for the win. All right. The second kind of practical tip is be intentional about the aspects of the holiday. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, Advent, all of those things are coming up. And I like to take something that is significant about each of those seasons and make it a part of not necessarily our school day, but our day, a part of our family, making that the priority and the goal. I haven't really come up yet with what we're gonna do for Thanksgiving, but I imagine it's gonna look something similar to like a gratitude journal or some sort of family gratitude thing. I need to nail that down because it's coming up real fast. But for Advent, we often do things like Truth in the Tinsel or, oh, there's a really good Advent book that by VosCamp, I believe. It might look like a Jessie tree. We do different things each year, but I like to be really intentional about that Advent time. Advent is the season leading up to Christmas Day. And then we also like to be really intentional about Christmas time, which is actually Christmas Day going forward. So we do the 12 days of Christmas every year. We have a little devotional and ornaments. We take all the Christmas decorations off the tree and we kind of decorate it like fun, kind of think like New Year's Eve. Kind of fun decorations, and then we hang up our 12 days of Christmas ornaments as we go through that. So you don't have to do the same thing I do, but I just want to encourage you to do something intentional during that time just for that specific season. All right, my third tip is to slow down. So often we get into the Christmas season, holiday season, and it's go, 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 go. And there's event after event after event. And it's hard to take those things off our list, off our calendar. But we can take that time that we're home and maybe offload some of the things. Maybe you don't have to do science every day. Maybe you don't have to do Spanish every day. There are some, you know, math we do every day, right? They're allowed out there, just ignore them. They're fine. Everyone's safe. Okay, so maybe take some time and just slow down. Take some non-essentials off your school day list, right? We don't have to do all the things every day. And that's kind of the freedom we have in homeschooling, right? So yeah, so I just invite you to slow down, encourage you to slow down, maybe take some of those things. If you can get some non-essentials off the calendar, do it. Oh my goodness, we don't have to go to every single event. We don't have to go to every single event. I am preaching to the choir. Because I feel like I always have to go to all the things, right? But if you can take those non-essentials off the calendar and then in your home, just kind of slow down, take some things off, then it just makes the season feel less hectic and less rushed and less stressful. Okay, and then my fourth tip is to give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. It's already a stressful season. And when we add social media and what Sally and Karen and Linda and Susan are doing with their families gets into our brain. And we think, I have to do those things too. And then we go on Pinterest and we see all the craft projects. Don't do the craft projects. I mean, you can. If you want to do the craft projects, do the craft project. But you don't have to do the craft projects. Do what you want to do and get rid of the rest, and give yourself grace that you don't have to do all the things. You don't have to do all the things. So that's where contentment comes in for me. I often see what Sally and Karen and Linda and Susan, and I'm not sure what other names I said. I often see what they're doing and I compare myself and I think, oh man, I'm not doing enough for my kids. I'm not doing enough for my family. Or I look at Pinterest and the craft projects and the bucket lists and all the things and I think, oh, I'm not doing enough. But I have to sit back and I have to give myself grace and I have to say, you know what? I'm doing the best I can in this moment, in this day. I'm doing what's important, right? I'm doing what's important. I know what is important for my family and that's what I'm sticking to. So those are my 4 tips. I would love to hear if you have some practical tips, if you have some more theoretical tips for me, because oh my goodness, I need all the tips I can get. And if you are here from the collab list, thanks for joining. I'm super glad to have you, and a huge thank you to Jessica and Abby for hosting this. Make sure you check out that playlist that I will link below. Please leave me a like, thumbs up, and subscribe. I make videos on homemaking, marriage, and motherhood, and there's more right here. Or here? I forget which side. Please remember, however you school, whatever you're doing this holiday season, you are okay, just the way you are. I'll see you soon.